you went right to the finals in 2022 for England. So this was second time going to the World Cup?
No, that was my first time. So I came in the cycle.
Sorry, apologies.
I came in after the World Cup before, so I
Got
came
you.
into that cycle.
Yeah, and then you were playing the World Cup.
Yeah.
Just a small thing, just a tiny little
thing,
which went really well. And then it was
not
so
well.
Yeah, very close though.
Yeah, very close. That was a really actually tough game because we actually led in that game for a long, we were in front for a long period of time of that game. And after 10 minutes, we were only playing with 14 people on the pitch because one of the girls got a red card. So, lost a chess piece there.
Mm-hmm.
So mine was going round and round and round because for 70 minutes we didn't have someone else on the pitch. And obviously you don't really plan for that much. No. Maybe a yellow card, but not for a red and for that long. So that was quite difficult. But as I say, we actually managed it for a very long time in that game. And the last play of that game was like the set move was like our bread and butter. Like the whole of the England fans, you could see them standing up in the corner. I was like, right, we've won this. Yeah. We've got this. Unfortunately, the line out, our driving maul was the bread and butter, didn't go our way, which meant they won. And it was just like the emotion of I thought we'd won this. I really did. I think everyone thought.
From
and
the
then
top.
It just went boof like that. And I was like, oh my God.
What goes through your head in that moment?
I think the face that I kind of just pulled, I was like, what? I was like, what on earth? I was like, what?
Yeah.
No, that cannot be. I can't actually describe I want to say kind of like heartbreak, but just a sudden, from a high to a low, that's what hit. And that's what happened. But the whole of, as I said, the whole of the England fans, that part, because it was right next to the line out as well, they were all on their feet. I think everyone was ready
to win.
And then that was quite that was a World Cup as well, because it was all the way in New Zealand.
Yeah, really far.
It was quite, I think being that far was quite draining,
right,
compared to this World Cup.
Yeah.
I'd also played quite a lot of minutes. There was a lot of meetings. There was, just a lot. And then that happening, I was like, oh no.
And this is the bit I think's really, we can learn so much from you, because I'd love to know about the minutes after that, going with your teammates off the pitch, the debrief, the next day, that journey, because so many people, I mean, you're like somebody who has gone through just the extremes of success and failure, right? But we all go through success and failure every day. And you, that day, that was a huge, it must have just been so tough. So can you just talk me through how you pick yourself back up? I mean, even not there yet, just the initial few moments with your team, what that's like. And then...
Yeah, I was going to say there's no picking up in the initial moments. It was very much, I'm going to say, down in the dumps.
Yeah.
There was no picking up. We had our end of the tournament. You do go out, so we had that. But people felt it for a long time. And what I ended up doing was kind of flipping it on its head and being like, yeah, we lost, but I just came second in a World Cup. And I was at the age of, I don't know how old I was, maybe 21 or 22. And for me, I was like, I just played the most minutes out of the whole of that England team at that age. And then we came second as well.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of took from that. And I was, obviously it gave me I'm not losing the next one. I can't lose the next one. But everyone was like, what is your most, and was like, oh, what's your favourite moment, or what's the biggest thing you've done in English? And I said, I made a World Cup final.
Yes.
At the age of 21, 22, playing in the 10 shirt, which is quite a big role in the team. And I played the most minutes in that whole tournament. So the coach clearly had like a belief and trust in me to have played that many minutes. So that's what I kind of took from that. So I didn't see it as like a whole failure. And I also was like, I need to get to this next World Cup and also win it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took the losing part of the final into the next one, but I also was like, I can't be that after the initial upset of like, oh, I can't believe we just lost that. That's what I thought of that.
That is quite an amazing perspective shift to have. Like, that's quite remarkable to be able to do that. How long did it take you to get from this is awful, I'm sad, I'm just sad, to I can see this differently?
I can't actually remember. It's quite a few years ago now. But I think, maybe around like the Christmas time. Sorry, I think the World Cup happens in September, October. I think after the Christmas time. But we came back and you play for your club again.
Yeah.
So that's also a helpful shift to me because it's like, okay, you kind of have to park what's happened now because you're back in with the club and it's a whole nother story. Like now this season you want to go win the Premiership. So
yeah, you
kind of have to just move quickly.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's kind of how it works in other jobs as well. Like if a project doesn't go the way you want it to go, okay, well what's next? What's new? What can we actually hit now?
And how much are you relying on your teammates in those moments to kind of keep moving, to keep going forward and not letting it stop you?
That's quite a hard one because, as I said, like you leave your England teammates straight away and you go back to your club ones.
That's hard.
So that is really hard. And do you know what the hardest thing about the one that we just played is the amount of Canadians that are in our squad at Saracens? So obviously it was an England-Canada final. 2 weeks later, we're all back in the same club. So I'm on this like, oh, I've won it, and they're on the,
oh gosh,
we got there and we lost it.
And you have to play together.
Yeah.
That's really
But I
tough.
think that's tough, but it's, as I said, it's okay, we're here now to win the Prem.
Yeah.
And I think that's for me, that's a helpful shift. Like I came in this, I mean, it's different. I did win it, but I came in as captain this season 2 weeks after winning. And I was like, right, that's part because now I've got a different job and also a job of, I've got to help all these Canadians that it's quite hard because they not help them. Like I don't have to stand there, hold a hand or anything like that. But like, I'm like, right, we're playing for Saris now. Like this is our job. This is different now.
Well, I can imagine
we're now teammates again.
Yeah, it is a potential for a massive clangor, like in terms of emotional intelligence, isn't it? You could really, be very insensitive in that moment. So I suppose it's probably a conscious choice to kind of show up in an appropriate way to kind of bond again as a team.
Yeah, and it's funny because I then have to go work with, so you have like line-out leaders and I'm the one that calls the plays and then we'll make sure with the line-out leader they can run that line-out sort of thing. And that was a Canadian. So like we've just played against each other and you'd be doing that with the Canadian 10, but now you're doing it with the English 10. Like it's kind of crazy how that works. But I think it's like, you just cut it and go.
Right.
And I kind of think that's the mindset I have as well. Like I can't be thinking of other things. Like I came in, I was like, right, I'm captain. I've got to get this team firing.
Yeah.
We want to win I know these girls all in here want to win this Prem this season.
Mm-hmm. And then looking ahead to the next World Cup as well, you're thinking by the sort of Christmas time, you've gone through this journey, you started playing again, kept moving, and then you've reframed it in your head and gone, do you know what? We came second in the world. Now let's go win.
Yeah. I can't actually remember that one. I can only remember that one that's after this past World Cup, how I felt properly. I knew that it was, I want to go back to Saris and win the Prem. I think actually there was like more fire to get back and play because you'd lost. Like because I won, I was a bit like, I could take some more time off. But again, as I said, I was captain. I came in as captain that season. So it was like, right, you could want more time off, but that's not how it works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're in and it's the next job.